Have you ever wondered why some nights you sleep like a baby while others leave you staring at the ceiling counting sheep that never seem to arrive? If you're over 70, you've probably noticed that sleep isn't quite what it used to be, and you might be asking yourself if something's wrong. The truth might surprise you. Those changes in your sleep patterns are completely normal, and understanding them could be the key to adding more vibrant, energetic years to your life. Tonight, we're going to explore everything you need to know about sleep after 70. Why it matters more than you might think, and most importantly, what you can do right now to sleep better and wake up feeling genuinely refreshed. Let me start by sharing something that might ease your mind immediately. If you've been frustrated because you're not sleeping the solid 8 hours you used to when you were younger, you can stop worrying right now. Your brain and body have been changing as you've aged, and that includes how you sleep. After 70, your internal clock naturally shifts. You might find yourself getting sleepy earlier in the evening and waking up earlier in the morning. This isn't insomnia, it's just your body's new rhythm. What's happening inside your brain is fascinating. The architecture of your sleep changes significantly with age. When you were younger, you spent more time in deep sleep, that profoundly restorative phase where your body does its most important repair work. After 70, you naturally spend less time in this deep sleep and more time in lighter sleep stages. This means you're more easily awakened by sounds, temperature changes, or even your own body's signals. You might wake up 3, 4, or even 5 times during the night. And in most cases, nothing is wrong at all. Your sleep is just lighter now. Now, let's talk about the question everyone asks. How much sleep do you actually need? You've probably heard your whole life that 8 hours is the gold standard, but the reality for seniors is more forgiving. Most people over 70 do just fine with somewhere between 6 and 8 hours of sleep per night. Some of you might feel absolutely wonderful with 7 hours, while others might need closer to 8. The key here is not to obsess over hitting a specific number. Instead, ask yourself these questions. Do you feel reasonably alert and energetic during the day? Can you concentrate on tasks? Do you have the energy to do the activities you enjoy? If you answered yes to these questions, then you're probably getting enough sleep, even if it's not 8 hours. However, we need to talk about the extremes. If you're consistently getting less than 6 hours of sleep night after night, your body is not getting the restoration it needs. Chronic sleep deprivation increases your risk for memory problems, weakens your immune system, affects your mood, increases your risk of falls, and raises your chances of developing chronic conditions, like diabetes and heart disease. On the other end, if you're regularly sleeping more than 9 or 10 hours and still feeling tired during the day, this deserves attention. Excessive sleep often indicates something else going on. It could signal depression, thyroid problems, or sleep apnea. If you're sleeping excessively, please talk to your doctor and get it checked out. Here's the insight that changes everything. Sleep quality matters just as much as, and sometimes even more than, sleep quantity. You could lie in bed for 8 hours, but if you're tossing and turning, waking up repeatedly, or sleeping very lightly, you'll wake up feeling exhausted. On the other hand, 6 hours of deep, uninterrupted sleep can leave you feeling more refreshed than 8 hours of poor quality sleep. So what affects sleep quality? Let's start with your sleep environment. Your bedroom should be your sanctuary. Temperature is more important than most people realize. Most people sleep best in a room that's between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If that sounds cold, remember you can always add blankets. And being slightly cool actually helps you fall asleep faster and sleep more deeply. Darkness is crucial. Even small amounts of light can interfere with your body's production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle. Consider blackout curtains or an eye mask. Noise is another common culprit. If you can't eliminate the noise, consider using a white noise machine or even just a fan. Your mattress and pillows matter more than you might think. If your mattress is more than 8 or 10 years old, it may have lost its support. Your pillow should keep your head and neck aligned with your spine. Let's talk about what you do in the hours before bed. One of the biggest sleep disruptors is screens, televisions, computers, tablets, and smartphones. These devices emit blue light, which tells your brain it's time to be awake and alert. Try to put away all screens at least 1 hour before bedtime. What should you do instead? Read a physical book, listen to gentle music, do some light stretching, have a quiet conversation, or take a warm bath. Some people find that writing in a journal helps clear their mind of worries. Caffeine deserves its own discussion. Many people don't realize that caffeine stays in your system for much longer than you'd think. Try to avoid caffeine after 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Heavy, spicy or fatty meals close to bedtime can cause discomfort that interferes with sleep. Try to finish dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Alcohol is tricky because it seems to help at first. A glass of wine might make you feel drowsy, but alcohol disrupts the later stages of your sleep. You might fall asleep easily but then wake up in the middle of the night. Many seniors don't realize that some of their medications might be interfering with their sleep. Beta blockers, certain diuretics, some antidepressants, and decongestants can all affect sleep. Have a conversation with your doctor or pharmacist. Sometimes switching when you take a medication can make a big difference. Medical conditions themselves can significantly disrupt sleep. Chronic pain from arthritis makes it hard to find a comfortable sleeping position. Sleep apnea causes your airway to repeatedly become blocked during sleep. Common signs include loud snoring, gasping sounds, waking up with a dry mouth, morning headaches, and excessive daytime sleepiness. If any of this sounds familiar, ask your doctor about a sleep study. Sleep apnea is very treatable. Frequent urination at night wakes many seniors repeatedly. If you're getting up 3 or more times every night, it's worth investigating. Simple strategies like limiting fluids in the 2 hours before bedtime can help. Let's talk about daytime habits. Physical activity during the day is one of the most powerful sleep promoters available. Regular walking, gentle swimming, tai chi, or gardening can significantly improve sleep quality. Try to get some physical activity most days, but avoid vigorous exercise in the 3 hours before bedtime. Sunlight exposure is equally important. Try to spend at least 30 minutes outside in natural light each day, preferably in the morning or early afternoon. This helps reinforce your natural circadian rhythm. Short naps of 20 to 30 minutes in the early afternoon can be refreshing, but long or late naps can make it harder to fall asleep at night. Stress and worry are enormous sleep disruptors. If your mind races when you lie down, you need strategies to manage this. Try setting aside a specific worry time earlier in the day. Breathing exercises can calm both your mind and body. Try this. Breathe in slowly for a count of 4, hold for 4, breathe out for a count of 6, and hold for 2. Repeat this cycle 10 times. If worries feel overwhelming, or if you're experiencing symptoms of depression or anxiety, please reach out for help. Talking to a counselor can provide valuable tools for managing stress and worry. Now let's talk about consistency, because this might be the single most important factor for good sleep. Going to bed at roughly the same time every night and waking up at roughly the same time every morning helps regulate your internal clock. Create a bedtime routine that you follow every night. Your routine might look like this. Dim the lights throughout your house, turn off all screens, take your warm shower, do your gentle stretches, get into bed and read for 20 minutes, then turn off the light. Your exact routine will be different, but the principle is the same. What if you follow this routine and still find yourself lying awake? If you're not asleep within about 20 minutes, get up. Don't lie there getting frustrated. Go to another room and do something quiet and relaxing in dim light. When you feel sleepy again, go back to bed. Be patient with yourself and give changes time to work. When you start a new sleep routine, give it at least 2 to 3 weeks before deciding whether it's helping. Also, understand that even with the best habits, you'll still have occasional bad nights. One poor night doesn't undo all your good work. The benefits of good sleep extend far beyond simply feeling less tired. Quality sleep strengthens your immune system, supports healthy brain function and memory, regulates hormones, reduces inflammation, improves your mood, lowers your blood pressure, and even affects your longevity directly. Multiple studies show that people who consistently get quality sleep in the 6 to 8 hour range tend to live longer, healthier lives. Think about sleep as one of the 3 pillars of health, alongside nutrition and physical activity. Sleep is when your body and brain do essential maintenance and repair work that can't be done while you're awake. Remember that everyone's ideal sleep is different. Don't compare yourself to others. Listen to your own body. How do you feel? That's the only measure that truly matters. If you've tried multiple strategies and you're still struggling with sleep, or if your sleep patterns change dramatically, please consult your doctor. Sometimes underlying medical conditions need treatment, and there's no shame in seeking help. In some cases, short-term use of sleep medications might be appropriate while you work on establishing better sleep habits, though these should always be used under medical supervision and typically aren't meant as long-term solutions. Your doctor might refer you to a sleep specialist or recommend a sleep study if there's concern about sleep apnea or other sleep disorders. These specialists can provide targeted treatments that dramatically improve sleep quality. Don't suffer in silence thinking that poor sleep is just something you have to accept. As we wrap up our conversation about sleep, I want you to take away a few key messages. First, changes in your sleep patterns after 70 are normal and expected. You're not broken, and you don't need to panic if your sleep isn't what it was 20 years ago. Second, focus on quality as much as quantity. 6 hours of truly restful sleep beats 8 hours of tossing and turning. Third, sleep is deeply individual, so pay attention to how you feel rather than rigidly following rules. Fourth, good sleep is the result of many factors working together: your environment, your daytime habits, your evening routine, your physical health, your emotional well-being, and your consistency. And fifth, improving your sleep is absolutely possible at any age with patience, experimentation, and persistence. Your sleep matters. It matters to your physical health, your mental clarity, your emotional balance, and your overall quality of life. Every positive change you make, no matter how small, is an investment in your well-being. Maybe tonight you'll adjust your bedroom temperature or move your phone to the other side of the room. Maybe tomorrow you'll have your last coffee an hour earlier or take a short walk in the morning sunshine. Each small step adds up. If you found this information helpful and you're ready to take control of your sleep and your health, I encourage you to take one action right now. Choose just one strategy we discussed today and commit to trying it for the next 2 weeks. Maybe it's establishing a consistent bedtime, creating a calming pre-sleep routine, or having that conversation with your doctor about your medications. Write it down and start tonight. Then come back and share your experience in the comments below. Let us know what worked for you. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss future videos on living your healthiest, most vibrant life after 70. Sleep well, live well, and I'll see you in the next video.